Have you ever watched your dog doing something strange at night and wondered, what on earth is going on? Maybe they spin in circles before lying down. Maybe they dig at their blanket for minutes at a time. Maybe they press their body against yours so hard it wakes you up. Or maybe they stare into an empty corner of the room, completely still, like they're seeing something you can't. Most owners laugh it off. Some get a little nervous. But almost everyone gets it wrong. Because what's really happening in those quiet nighttime hours is one of the most fascinating windows into your dog's inner world that you'll ever get. And once you understand it, you'll never look at your dog the same way again. Let's start with something almost every dog owner has seen. You set out your dog's bed. Maybe it's a beautiful plush bed you spent real money on. And before they settle in, they start spinning. Around and around. Sometimes 2 or 3 times. Sometimes more. And you think, what is the point of that? It looks almost compulsive. Almost strange. But here's what most people don't realize. That spinning behavior is ancient. We're talking thousands of years of instinct baked so deeply into your dog's DNA that no amount of memory foam or fleece blankets is going to get rid of it. In the wild, before dogs were ever domesticated, their ancestors slept in long grass and dense undergrowth. Spinning was how they cleared the area, flattening grass, checking for snakes or insects, testing the ground for comfort and safety. They were preparing a sleeping space in a world where sleeping in the wrong spot could get you killed. Your dog isn't being silly. Your dog is being a dog. They are performing a ritual that kept their ancestors alive, and for one moment every single night, they are fully wild again. The next time you see that spinning, instead of laughing, just watch. Because you're looking at something that connects your beloved companion to every wolf, every wild dog, every canid that ever roamed this earth. That's not strange. That's extraordinary. Now here's something that surprises a lot of people, and this one carries a little more emotional weight. You may have noticed that your dog, especially as the house gets quiet and the lights go down, begins to seek you out. They press against your legs. They settle against your side. Some dogs climb up and rest their head directly on your chest. And here's what most owners think. Oh, they're just cold or they just want the warmth of the bed. But that's only part of the story, and it's the smaller part. Dogs are pack animals at their very core. In the wild, sleeping alone meant vulnerability. It meant exposure. The pack slept together because together they were safe. Your dog still carries that understanding, that wiring. When your dog seeks you out at night, when they press that warm body against yours, they are telling you something profound without a single word. They are saying, you are my pack. You are the reason I feel safe enough to close my eyes. You are the one I trust with my life. Think about what it means to close your eyes completely around another living being. That is the deepest kind of trust there is. And your dog does it next to you every single night. But not every dog seeks closeness at night. Some do something that confuses, and honestly, sometimes worries, their owners. They dig. They scratch at their blanket, their bed, the corner of the couch, endlessly rearranging it, circling, pressing it down, lifting it up again. It can look almost frustrated, almost anxious. And owners wonder, is something wrong? Here's what's actually happening. Dogs have scent glands in their paws. When they scratch and dig at their sleeping area, they are marking it. They are leaving their scent behind. They are claiming that space as theirs, safe, familiar, owned. It is a primal act of comfort. In an uncertain world, your dog is creating a tiny corner of certainty. This spot smells like me. This spot is mine. This spot is safe. And if your dog has been doing this more than usual, or seems restless at night in general, it's worth paying attention. Not because something is always wrong, but because increased nighttime restlessness can sometimes signal that your dog is feeling anxious or unsettled during the day. Dogs don't always show stress the way we expect. Sometimes it only surfaces at night, when the distractions are gone and the house is quiet, and all that's left is what they're carrying inside. Then there's the behavior that unsettles people most. Your dog is lying still, apparently resting, and then suddenly, they lift their head and stare. Not at you, not at the window, at a corner of the room, at a wall, at nothing that you can see. And they hold that stare, completely focused, completely silent. And you feel a chill, because what exactly are they looking at? The answer is both simpler and more impressive than you might think. Dogs experience the world through a completely different sensory lens. Their hearing reaches frequencies we cannot detect. Their sense of smell is estimated to be somewhere between 10,000 and 100,000 times more powerful than ours. What looks like an empty corner to you could be alive with sound. A pipe contracting in the wall as the house cools, a mouse moving between floors, a neighbor shifting in a room on the other side of a shared wall. Or it might be a smell carried through the ventilation, an animal that passed near the house hours ago, leaving a trail your dog is still processing. Your dog isn't seeing ghosts. Your dog is listening to a world you can't hear, tracking a story you don't have the senses to read. In those moments, the animal sitting next to you on your couch is experiencing a reality completely parallel to yours, richer in some ways, stranger in others. And for a few seconds, you get a tiny glimpse of just how different and how remarkable that reality is. And then there is the softest behavior of all, the one that happens in the deepest part of the night, when everyone is still. You wake up, maybe for no reason at all, and you look over, and your dog is awake too. Not anxious, not alert, just awake. And they're looking at you, quietly, steadily, with that soft, heavy-lidded gaze that dogs have when they're completely calm and completely content. Researchers have studied what happens when dogs and humans make eye contact like this. What they found was remarkable. Mutual gazing between dogs and their owners triggers a release of oxytocin in both species. Oxytocin, the bonding hormone. The same hormone released between mothers and newborns. The same chemical that cements love. Your dog looks at you in the night, and a cascade of bonding chemistry fires in both of your brains simultaneously. In biological terms, that is what love looks like. Your dog isn't just sharing a bed with you. Your dog has chosen you as the center of their world. Every nighttime behavior, the spinning, the pressing clothes, the digging, the staring, the quiet watching, is part of one continuous story. A story about an animal that lives somewhere between the ancient wild and the warm life you've built together. An animal carrying thousands of years of instinct into your bedroom every night, and still, despite all of that wildness, all of that biology, choosing to spend those hours next to you. The next time your dog does something strange at night, don't laugh it off. Don't scroll past it. Stop for just a moment. Because in that behavior, however odd it looks on the surface, there is a living history. And somewhere inside all of it, there is your dog telling you, in the only language they have, that you are safe, that you are trusted, and that out of everywhere they could have been, they are exactly where they want to be. Right there, with you. That's all for today on Petzen. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share and subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss our next upload.